I have a question for you. How are your allergies today? We have been getting a lot of calls and inquiries today, especially about allergy symptoms. And I wanted to tell you a couple little stories and tell you about a couple of products that we carry, homeopathic remedies that are amazing when it comes to managing the symptoms of allergies. So a few years ago, I was teaching a class to wellness practitioners, and I was talking about different types of remedies and how to use them in practice. And it was out in Milwaukee, and my husband had come with me to help me with all the logistics of the event. And the hotel probably had mold or something in the air ducts. And so my husband was having an allergy event, and I was like, perfect, because now I can show everybody like how to use these remedies when you're having like a massive allergy symptom flare. So what we use are, this is Allertox 2 for airborne allergy symptoms, and this is Sinus Tox for sinus symptoms. And I like to use these two products in combination because when we put them together, magic happens. So what I had my husband do is take a squirt, and a squirt is about an inch in the eyedropper, under the tongue, every 10 minutes until the symptoms resolved. And so he took the first dose, and 10 minutes later, his symptoms were improving. Took the second dose, symptoms were really, really improving. Took the third dose, and then did not need a fourth dose. The symptoms had resolved. So it really can work that quickly. There are no adverse reactions, no contraindications when it comes to these homeopathic remedies. But that's what you would do for instant, I'm having issues right now and I need to make it stop. But what you can do is every day during the season where your symptoms are present, you can take a squirt of each in the morning to start your day, maybe again in the afternoon, or again in the evening. So, 1 to 3 times a day. But then I tell people, if you're going to be doing something that typically bothers you, like if you really get a flare up, if you mow the lawn, then you want to take a dose before you go out to mow the lawn. And then when you come back in from mowing the lawn, you can take another dose. So these can work great as like, I'm having issues right now and I need to help put out that fire, or if you want to keep from having symptoms. So one of my favorite stories about these two products is I had a woman client who came to me who was really struggling during allergy season because she loved to go on motorcycle rides, and she was she's those type of people that just goes out and they go on those long motorcycle rides, bunch of people, and she would say after about half an hour, her eyes would literally swell shut, like from her allergies. And she was taking like Claritin and Zyrtec and all that stuff, and her eyes would still swell shut from the allergens. So these two products, all she needed, and she didn't need to take those anymore, and her eyes didn't swell up anymore. Had another client who called me one day, and she's like, what do you have? I've got to go visit my in-laws, and they have cats, and I usually can only stay there one night, and we have to go to a hotel because I'm so sensitive to the cats. And I was like, try this. And I had her turbo dose, like extra doses of these products, the Allertox 2 and the Sinus Tox. And she got back and she said they spent the whole week at her in-laws' house. She never had to take her Zyrtec, and she was able to manage her symptoms with these two remedies. So it's Allertox 2 and Sinus Tox, and they're $30 each, so $60 plus tax for the pair. You can give them to little kids. Typically for little ones, it's 1 drop per 5 pounds of body weight. You can even put them in your pet's water if your pets have allergy symptoms. All of those things are doable. And just as an aside, we also carry quercetin and nettles, which I call this like nature's Benadryl, and then a homeopathic remedy called histamine. And we have one additional product called Hista-Ease, which is a capsule that's got natural antihistamines in it. We did sell out of that today because everybody was calling with allergy issues, and we only had a few bottles on the shelf. So if you have allergy symptoms, we would love to help you with that. I'm Dr. Patty Barch at Naturally Unbridled Wellness in Onalaska. Peace out. Have a healthy day.